What is going on, everybody? We are back with another Raw review. This is CCW, and I'm Nick.
And I'm Joe.
And together, we are frenemies. No. Um, there's not a good best friend song. I could get
We'll have to make one.
really lame and be like, me and you and me together. um,
Oh,
no, but
I think of that song and I think immediately to
Smash Brothers.
the Super Smash
Yes,
Brothers commercial.
yes. I knew that's where that was going because it's the same thing that pops in my head. You see,
Pikachu
Yoshi,
and
Mario,
Mario.
and
Yeah.
Pikachu, and is it Luigi that's also in it? The four of
Uh
them.
huh. All we're doing is showing our age, right?
I don't care. I don't care. Things were so much better in the '90s and 2000s.
Oh God, you sound like Grandpa Simpson.
Back in my day.
I was with it once, and then I wasn't.
We're in Milwaukee, home of the Bucks
And the Brewers.
and the Brewers, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
we surprisingly had Joe Tessitore instead of Michael Cole tonight with Corey Greaves.
love the love
That's
the Corey continuation there.
that's gonna be his name until I get tired of saying it. I'm not gonna lie.
it
It may never
I
change.
like it so it may not he did it to himself.
He absolutely did. Um, and we immediately start with an in-ring segment. I said we start with the goddamn Usos coming out to Jay's shit music with his shit intro. Fuck me.
It's
Um,
just me, Oos.
I was really hoping their first time coming out together was going to be to the old Uso theme music.
Oh no, his intro is way too over, and since he is
Um,
90% intro, he's way too over.
and then he does a signature move as soon as they get to the ring, which is a second intro. I hate it.
I know the amount I have to fast forward to get through all that before they start talking was like 5 solid minutes.
And I watch live, so I can't do that. Which, by the way, I think I need to update my Chrome because it was not blocking out the ads for me today, and I was getting real annoyed. Real annoyed.
I bet you were.
Like I'm sitting here watching Jay, and so one of the things that makes me crack up, obviously, y'all wrestling is scripted. I get that, but one of the things that was cracking me up was I'm sitting here watching. Oh, what was it? I'm watching Jay and LA Knight have issues with each other throughout the night. And then I get a
Yep.
commercial that's a Slim Jim commercial where they're giving each other a pound in the middle of a gym.
Ooh, that is messaging. That's a messaging problem.
Yeah, it's I'm like, bruh, like I can't sit here and believe you guys dislike each other, and you guys were just in a commercial giving each other a pound while talking about Slim Jims
Right. You were
together.
dapping it up with each other, and now you're all heated and stuff.
Um. So, anyways, Braun Breaker. Well, Jay tried to say that Braun screwed up and was talking trash about them, and immediately Braun came out. They wasted zero time,
Thank
thankfully.
God I put. Oh, sorry. Oh, long day. I put Jey Uso fumbles through promo. Thank God that he was interrupted almost immediately.
Breaker asks Jimmy if he's lost. This ain't SmackDown. The Vision runs Raw. The dogs
Right.
run Raw. And Breaker wants to get in the ring and mess them up for what their family did to Paul Heyman. And he's adamant about it too, boy.
Yeah, and Bronson has to hold him back.
Reed says he wants from Roman's family is for them to acknowledge their tribal thief. He
Which you love because he's
absolutely.
still keeping it up.
Yeah, I hope he does. I hope it goes
Me too.
until all of this is
Because
done.
honestly, it's the most character work he's ever had.
He talks crap about Roman Reigns, and then Jimmy and Jay together do some old school Uso stuff that made me so happy. Which is basically just making fun of their opponents. Um, Jimmy calls them PB and J security, which is amazing. They went on to say pretty much that Heyman looked like an orca. Um, and then they announced that at WrestlePoopsa, it's the Usos versus Braun.
Yep, they talked to Adam Pearce to set up the match.
LA Knight sneaks up and attacks Braun from behind. The Usos watch them beat Knight down for a minute and then dive out to save the day. LA and Jay then start trading punches together with Reed in the ring. Knight almost runs in to Jay in the corner, but stops. Reed goes to splash them, but Knight moves, and he only gets Jay. And the only reason I bring that up is because
Foreshadowing.
after all the heels get chased off, Jay and Knight kind of argue in the middle of the ring because Jay feels like he did that on purpose, which Jay's starting to sound like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, he is.
Grow up, you whack bitch.
Yeah.
And yeah. Go ahead with the probably honestly match of the night.
Well, we've got some segments that has to get us there. There was a Dom versus AJ recap, which kind of explains why the Americana match is happening. We also got a segment with Law Knight arguing with Adam Pearce backstage. He's mad at the Usos.
I don't care about no reunion.
Jay in particular. Wants one of the Brawnies tonight.
Doesn't matter which Braun. It could be Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, LeBron James, Charles Bronson. It doesn't matter. Great segment.
I am starting to turn around on Law Knight.
I am too. He's never gonna shake the Law Knight moniker, but
no. But
I am enjoying. Like, it was a fun backstage promo.
Yep. His match later on the night wasn't very good, but that's not necessarily his fault. Takes two to tango. After that, we got the aforementioned AJ Styles versus El Grande Americana.
Americano.
AJ jump started, huh?
Americano.
Americano. It's my terrible attempt at Spanish. AJ jump started the match immediately. He big mad at Mr. LGA. Interference spot by a much smaller Americano allows
they kept calling him
one to get.
They kept calling him Dos Americano.
Yeah.
Or Dos Grande, something stupid like that.
They're coffee. Their names are like coffee, man. It's just ugh. But they are finally acknowledging that there's multiple of them.
True.
He stayed out there and let the ref see him and everything. It led to an AJ taking, because the distraction got the Grandes in control. AJ took a wicked still step spot where he jumped over. He flipped himself over the steps. That was really cool.
Did you see? So right before that happened, did you see that? So he jumps off the apron and lands on the floor, and he's like holding a leg out, and I feel like that was supposed to let El Grande know which leg needs to be thrown into the steel steps.
Probably. Well, he's probably. So that mask can't be easy to see through.
Right.
So he was probably making, and you can't really see visual facial cues. So he's probably making damn sure that he was getting the best out of that, because that spot was a crazy looking spot. So AJ flipped over the steel steps with that aforementioned leg, making sure that one was able to kick himself over the steps. Honestly, not a lot left to this match. They got heat on AJ. They did a wrist-controlled springboard blockbuster that was pretty cool. Dragon Lee comes out to stop the interference and even the sides. Did you
see that?
Hurricane Rana.
Did you see that El Grande went to go do the Styles Clash and then almost dropped AJ on his head because he couldn't keep hold of him?
Yep. There was that kind of leads to the.
And then Dragon Lee came out.
Yeah. And then the end where it was the schoolboy countered into another thing, countered into the Styles Clash that was kind of all over the place as well. But AJ hits the Styles Clash, gets the win. Good win for AJ. It was a fine match. I mean, there was nothing terrible, nothing great though. It was mid TV match.
Backstage, something's going on with Stephanie Vaquer. They can't do the contract signing tonight. I don't remember what they said. I didn't hear. But
I didn't hear either. Just Adam Pearce was ensuring EO that everything's fine, the match is still going to take place.
Yep. And then Nikki comes in telling EO she's excited for the match, and Asuka comes in to do her new annoying thing that I'm starting to get annoyed with. Well, the first half
there's no payoff to it.
The first half I'm annoyed with. The second half I always enjoy, which is her yelling for Kyrie. Kyrie, and it's gotten more ridiculous tonight specifically because
there was 2 spots.
She's not even saying Kyrie anymore. She's just going ah!
Yeah, she's just grunting. She's just yelling and screaming guttural bullshit.
But yeah, so she comes in to do the normal thing with Nikki that she's been doing with everybody. And then Nikki's like, "Oh, you're gonna respect me," and Asuka's like, "I'll beat the respect out of you tonight." And Nikki's like, "You're on," and I said, "Fuck, I gotta watch her wrestle tonight."
Yeah, it was not good.
And then we get Lyra Valkyria versus Raquel Rodriguez, and I missed the first half of this match due to extra work that I had to start with, but I did pick up after the commercial break.
It was a good match.
Raquel hits this really cool Boston Crab submission that's like she's really leaning pretty far into. And Lyra gets her in a headlock out of it. And that's it. Oh, next week's Raw starts at 7 p.m. Thanks for letting.
Squirrel.
Well, they mentioned it, and then I was like, oh, I should probably write that out so I can hopefully remember next week. I won't. I'll start at 8, but
hey, you'll have some stuff to fast forward.
Lyra fights back, but Raquel stops it. I put shit. What did I say shit for? She uses the ropes. Raquel ends up using the ropes to hit a slingshot suplex off of the ropes onto Valkyria. Mm-hmm. Lyra hits a goofy sunset flip powerbomb off the turnbuckle, where she had to lift herself back up off the mat for leverage, which
that was a cool touch.
It's a cool touch, but I also hated it. I don't know why. It's something that I feel like I should like, but I just felt like for me it's
emphasized the smaller person having to get to reestablish leverage to get her over.
Right, but for me I think it's also a lot of Raquel had to sit there for that long.
Well, Raquel wasn't all that interested in taking that bump, as you can tell with how she released herself to take it.
Right.
Which I don't blame her. Those bumps are never fun.
She goes for her finisher, and Roxanne distracts her. She ends up taking out Roxanne with a kind of middle rope baseball slide.
Yeah, it's kind of like a jumping baseball slide through the ropes.
She goes up to the top rope to do a move to Raquel, which is where she took Roxanne out, because Roxanne tried to grab her, and Raquel just walks up and grabs her by the throat and hits her Tahana Bomb. Guess the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, the one thing that is becoming very reoccurring, and it always has in wrestling, but they do it so much now. The distraction, the babyface distraction, heel winning due to it. They do it so much.
And this was
much.
And this was a scenario I didn't think they needed to. I think Raquel should have been just billed as the winner here. Like just give her the straight win.
Because Raquel's been winning matches and stuff, so Raquel's got some momentum.
Right.
And clearly Lyra's next program is with Bayley anyway, so she'll have time to get the shine back with that. But Raquel looked great here. I thought this was a good match. She bumped like crazy for Lyra to make Lyra look competitive, but the right person won here. I thought it was pretty good.
Yep. Go ahead.
Next we got a backstage segment with Penta and the War Raiders. They were chatting backstage. Oh, I got your back. Oh, I got your back. Oh, we're pals. We're baby faces. Great, cool, sweet. This led to Penta walking down the hallway, bumping into Adam Pearce. Penta asks, "Why don't you like me?"
He's like, "When I first started here, everybody liked me, but you don't like me."
Yeah, he's like, "Why don't you like me?" He's like, "I want an IC title match." Then Rusev walks up. He's like, "Rusev crush. Rusev win title." So Penta got in his face. Essentially, this led to Pearce saying, hey, we don't have to fight back here. people get fined if we fight back here. But we can fight in the ring tonight. Setting up that match for later on tonight.
I like that when Penta was talking to Pierce, he was like, "Your IC champion's a bitch."
Yeah, he did. He called him a legit bitch in Espanol, but he did. He called, and he's kind of got a point. Although I think Dom owns a pin over Penta.
Yeah, it wasn't clean if I remember correctly.
When is Dom's matches ever clean?
True.
This also led to, there was another backstage segment, which was the Usos backstage. Essentially, Jay is becoming a prick. Don't know who needed this heel turn or the tease of a heel turn, but he's saying some wild shit, like making motherfuckers acknowledge him and shit. And Jimmy's like, "You starting to not sound like yourself. You're starting to sound like Roman." And he's like, "What if I am?"
It's like sounding like myself ain't working out.
Yeah. So don't be original. Be somebody else. I just put who needs this? Who thought this would be interesting?
So, I think an actual heel turn would be interesting, but it's one of those things I would rather it be him and his brother turning together.
Agreed.
Than it just being, because again, I don't want them, like, legit, it feels like they're going to try and build towards another Jay versus Jimmy match, and I don't want that. Like, we made that mistake once. No. And it's probably
that match was legit bad.
It's probably a top 5 worst WrestleMania match of all time.
Yes. It and The Undertaker versus Giant Gonzalez.
There's a few, it's up there.
Well, a few with The Undertaker in it.
Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. It's up there.
The one where he was concussed. You can't remember the match? Yeah, I bet you can't remember.
I'm talking about the one he lost. The first. Did he get concussed in that match?
Yeah.
I didn't remember.
It's one of Lesnar's superpowers.
So, in-ring segment, AJ Lee comes out with Becky's IC title that Becky left behind.
Yeah. I do think it's a nice touch. She still had the title.
Absolutely. She apologized for keeping everyone waiting. She reintroduces herself to all of the newer wrestling fans because 10 years ago she retired. She felt she'd accomplished everything there was to accomplish in wrestling. She went and accomplished all of her outside wrestling dreams and then went on a mental health journey. She said that she got therapy, and the crowd started chanting therapy. That's
right. Therapy got a chant tonight.
Yeah, it did. Twice. She was doing good until Monday Night Raw. And it's one thing to see Punk wrestling, tough matches against Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and etc. But it's another when he's in the ring with Becky. At this point, Becky's music hits. I was like, "Oh, we're about to get our first face-to-face promo." I was wrong. I was like, I'm fucking stoked though. I was wrong.
You got heel chicken shit Becky instead.
Yeah, we did. AJ Lee was waving to her as she was walking down the ramp, which was funny.
Yeah, I like that.
Becky said, "This has nothing to do with your stank-ass husband." She called the crowd stupid and is mad that AJ is wearing her title. She said, "We're nothing alike. I'm the greatest female wrestler of all time." And it's just not me saying it. Everyone else is saying it, too. I didn't write all that down.
Illustrated is saying it.
I'm just so used to hearing it.
The Tribune is saying it.
Milwaukee's newspaper saying it.
Yep.
She was saying she's going to need to go to therapy after this. At which point...
we got another therapy chant.
We actually get one more therapy chant besides that. AJ says she's embarrassed. She forgot she had the title on. She was skipping around the house with it, and it actually kind of made getting dressed this morning a little hard. I was
a little awkward.
I was hoping she was going to take it in another direction and be like, "Yeah, when me and Punk were alone, it kind of got in the way a little bit." Like, that's what I was hoping for, but nah.
Yeah, you're thinking of a different time, is all I'll say.
No, but But the reason why it would have played so well into this is because of the whole thing with Becky being like, "Oh, I had to bleach myself from touching your nasty husband." So,
I know, but they're not going to say those things on because this show is still meant for children. Yeah, unfortunately.
We'll see. AJ's eventually going to talk about STDs at some point.
Weird.
You don't remember the comment she said where she was like, "Talent's not sexually transmitted"?
Oh yeah, that's like her best promo. That was
Yeah,
her
it is.
pipe bomb.
Um. Anyways, Becky called her a Jersey trash bag weirdo. Um. She asked, "Where's Punk? What kind of man hides behind his wife?" Which got a pop out of me. Um.
I thought that was good too.
She says this whole thing has nothing to do with her. It's between all of the rest of them. And she calls out her own husband, and his music hits, and Seth comes out. I thought Punk was going to come out, and Seth was going to be left backstage with his ass beat. But that is not what happened.
No, we're not going to get that. They're unfortunately going to keep themselves away from each other until the actual match, more than likely. Even though they advertised a face-to-face next week.
Um, Seth tells her to just give Becky back her title. AJ's like, we could do that right now, but I have a better idea. One of two things. Either Becky can come take her title back, but she risks getting a black eye to match the other one, or she'll give it up for a tag match that we all knew they were going to do.
Yep.
Seth says, I know it's been 10 years, but I'm the world champ. This is my show. These are my people. I'm coming into this ring, taking that title.
I call the shots.
Yep. And I'm going to give it back to my beautiful wife. And AJ steps in front of him. He tries to get around her a couple times, but she keeps stepping in front of him, smiling the whole time.
I thought she was going to smack him around like Becky smacked Punk around.
Right.
But thankfully, we didn't get that.
Seth tells her that the title doesn't belong to her. Punk comes in and chases him off because he's getting pretty in AJ's face, and Punk's not having that.
Yeah, he snuck up behind him. He was about to GTS him, but Rollins wiggled out.
Seth says, fine, you want a match, you got it. AJ then kisses the title and throws it at Becky. I said, I both loved this and hated it. I'm so tired of Becky playing it off like she's scared of this woman. But I loved everything AJ was involved with personally. Like, I just think
the
she's
only thing
too
I
good
didn't
at what
like
she does.
was the only thing I didn't like was the length. It was very long.
Right.
Very long. The crowd hijacked it a couple times. AJ was kind of feeling the moment a little too much. It was just very long. And it didn't really pick up until Becky came out. What AJ had to say, while important and kind of reestablishing who she is, was very long.
Right. And then next match.
We've got segments in between there, sir. We got a Bailey video package where she's still going crazy.
See, that happened after Penta came out, though.
Yeah, but I'm not counting Penta's entrance as anything because the match date started.
I know.
But Penta did begin his intro, and then they went to a commercial. And during that commercial was Bailey's video package where she's still going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She's going to make it up to Lyra, so going into that program.
I mean, she's going to beat Lyra's ass.
Yep. She clearly looks like she's having some sort of weird multiple personalities persona. So we'll see how that goes. I'm up for a Bailey, a heel Bailey.
Before we get into this match, I just wanted to take a moment to mention, so I was watching Penta's intro. And as I'm watching Penta's intro, I was thinking to myself, I was like, you know what hasn't been in a WWE game like create a wrestler suite in a very long time that used to be in it? The create your own Titantron thing.
Well, you can still kind of do that in the newer ones.
Right. You used to be able to like you'd wrestle matches and it would record you doing moves in the matches to other wrestlers, and you could go in and set it as like your Titantron video.
They honestly, I haven't played a WWE game since like 23.
Well,
I think is 23 the one where they first came back, or was it 22? I think it's 22. The one with Rey Mysterio's showcase in it. I think it was 22.
But then my ADHD kicked in, and I was like, I just realized no one has themselves doing their moves in their entrance videos anymore, and I hate it.
Most of it's not even them. It's just generic graphics.
I hate it. Like, that was always a cool part of the intro, was seeing them doing their like finishing moves and stuff, because sometimes they're just not going to get their finishing moves. because they're gonna
You know
lose.
who was a very mid card wrestler that never really got a whole lot going on, but had an awesome Titantron because he had awesome finishing moves.
Billy Gunn.
No, Test.
Yeah, test.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, so just random thing that
showing
popped in
our
my
age
head.
there too. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. Um, so my notes for Rusev and Penta is not extensive because it wasn't a very extensive match. It was pretty much stare down, tie up. New Day comes out for interference. Um, they wrestled some more. New Day interfered again. Rusev hit a big kick off of a distraction. Rusev wins.
Yeah, one off of the what's it called again? I have it written
What's his
down.
big thrust kick?
The Mashka kick.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, not a ton. You want me to just do the next two segments?
I said, welcome to the solid lower mid card, Penta.
Right.
Until your brother comes and rescues you from the singles division.
Especially if Andrade's hurt again. Like, what are they doing with him?
Might as well.
I agree. Give Raw some tag teams to. I wouldn't mind them being champs for a while, since there's not really any tag teams on Raw to compete with.
Backstage, they show Breaker talking to Reed, but there's no voices. And then further on backstage, Jimmy tries to get behind LA Knight as far as like being friendly. That still sounds wrong. Anyways,
he's behind him being friendly.
And LA Knight's like, nah, I'm done. I tried that, and then I got super kicked for it. Fuck off.
Yeah, LA Knight was not wrong.
Yeah.
Everything he said was justified.
All right, you can go ahead and take the match now. I'll do the promos. I got the promos written down. I did not get match stuff done.
All right. Well, with this next match, it was way too much Nikki Bella getting offense on Asuka. They did start the match with a test of strength. I was like, what the hell is this? That is not something that happens very often. Test of strength to start. What the hell? Too much Nikki offense, making Asuka look kind of weak. They spill to the outside. Nikki chases. Asuka uses Kyrie as a human shield, and then kicks her in the head to get the heat on her. Asuka got some heat on her. She makes a comeback. Eventually, Asuka locks in the Asuka lock for the win. I put Asuka gave her way too much. This was not great, and that saddens me because I love me some Asuka.
Yeah. What I got to see of it looked pretty sloppy. So it is what it is.
It's a Nikki Bella match. What do you expect?
Backstage, there's some dissension amongst the Judgment Day. They're conversating, and Dom comes out from side of the screen, and they're like,
he finally shows
you
up
over there
to the clubhouse.
There's like, you over there talking, which I was surprised this was the first time we saw Judgment Day as a group.
It was refreshing.
It was. But yeah, they're like, oh, are you over there talking to El Grande again? And Dom kind of gets shitty, and he's like, I'm just trying to find, we're trying to help each other out for this whole, whatever the name of the title is for AAA. And he's like,
the Mega Championship.
But if my friends wouldn't go and get themselves banned from ringside, Dom needs help sometimes. Like, he walks off sounding like a crybaby ass bitch.
He says, you guys wouldn't understand. It's a lucha thing.
And then Roxanne's like, maybe I should go talk to him. And as she walks off, everyone looks at her strange. And then you can hear the crowd going, ooh.
Yeah, I'm ready for Liv to come back.
Oh, I am too. Her and Roxanne are going to fight, and I am so ready.
I do like that Raquel is getting some wins, though. I hope that doesn't stop that, although they're probably going to feed her to Liv.
Probably.
Which kind of makes me sad, but...
Also, I guess, since you don't like to talk about entrances until the other things are done, there's more issues between Asuka and Nikki and Rhea backstage.
Yeah, so Asuka comes up to rub it in Nikki's face.
Nikki's like, we can go again, bitch. And she didn't say bitch,
yeah,
but she might as well have.
Yeah, Asuka was about to beat that ass again. Rhea steps up.
Looking like she's thinned out a little bit.
She has. She didn't need to be as big as she was. Uh, but well, I guess I'm just doing this. Rhea comes up. Asuka's like, "I'm the best woman in WWE," and Rhea's like, "Are you sure? Because your friend Asuka or your friend Io has the title match and not you." And this kind of makes Asuka
Ramble in Japanese.
upset.
No clue what she said.
Yep. Yeah. Well, she does a lot of the Japanese speaking. Um,
It had to do with Io,
eventually,
though. She was like, Io, and then she ran off with whatever she was saying in Japanese.
yeah. So she ducks out, and poor Kyrie
This
just
was
standing there looking all, you know.
this was the one she just gutturally fucking said nothing and was just like, ah!
And Kyrie scampers off behind her.
Sorry.
But yeah,
Poor Kyrie.
that was that segment. Now for the main event, we've got Bronson Reed of the Bronze versus La Knight of the Knights. Um,
It's Braun with the
this
Braun
was-
Bronze.
huh?
It's Braun with the Bronze, and then the other one's
It's
Bron-
Bronson with the Bronze and Law of the Knights. Let's see. Distraction spot early allows Bronson to get the heat. He stays on the heat for quite a while. Again, another multiple heel distraction freaking match. Eventually, Mr. Knight hits a drop toe hold to the turnbuckle that kind of gives him a bit of a comeback. They spill to the outside where LA Knight. No, I take that back. They do spill to the outside, but Bronson is distracting LA Knight, who's leaning up against the barricade over by the timekeepers, and Bronson's about to do like a running splash into it. LA Knight recovers, tosses him over it, and then jumps on the table. Then he leaps from the table to the barricade, and then from the barricade onto Bronson, and just kind of does like a double hand slap thing to him. It was a very weird spot. But whatever. LA Knight gets him back in the ring. He hits his beautiful, and I do mean this beautiful, top rope elbow drop. Man has a wicked elbow drop.
Oh, the one where he jumps up from the second buckle to the top and then jumps off.
He floats in the air. It's a beautiful.
That's got to be rough
drop.
on his hands and knees, though, man.
Well, it's
That's
got
a
to be
fall.
rough on his hips because he lands on his hip.
Yeah.
Essentially, Bronson Reed gets the win with a distraction and hits a Death Valley driver. They called it something else, but it's a Death Valley driver.
Oh, it's the Jagged Edge.
Yeah, it's a Death Valley driver. DVD, if you want to abbreviate it.
It's a Jagged Edge RVD. I mean DVD. Now all I can see is RVD singing Peaches and Cream.
That's 112.
Or is that 112? What the fuck was Jagged Edge's song? That was so popular at that time.
They had a few. No Diggity.
That's one. Whatever.
Or no.
I bet I'm right, motherfucker.
No, Peaches and Cream is for sure 112. 112 is like my favorite R&B group from the 90s.
It is 112.
What the hell is a Jagged Edge song?
Famous for.
Let's Get Married, Promise.
Where to party at?
There you go.
There we go. Anyways, now that I've made myself both sound stupid and old, let's keep going.
That's all right. Given our advanced age, it'll be all right. Post-match beat down by the heels brings out Jimmy. That didn't matter. They got overwhelmed. Brings out the Yeet Man.
But Jay's good enough to fend them all off on his own. That's what makes him championship material.
He starts too.
Stupid shit.
He gets his little baby face shine. Eventually, he gets overcome as well. Law Knight gets a chair, chases off the heels, makes good with Jimmy, tries to make good with Jay.
He's like, "We good now?"
Makes it seem like they're good, and then nice bit of camera work by the cameraman. LA Knight turns around, gets speared by Jay, and it actually didn't look like a shit spear. is actually a pretty good spear.
That's because Knight's about his size. He doesn't have to roll off of him.
But yeah, LA Knight was right not to trust him. Because I guess we're getting a Jay heel turn.
Maybe. We'll see. Maybe it's going to be...
Instead of yeeting, he'll be skeeting now.
Maybe it's going to be Jimmy having to pull his brother from the dark side.
Oh, yay, a brotherly angle where one tries to pull the other from the dark side. From the dark side. But that is Raw.
It wasn't a bad Raw. It was just way too long.
It was just, there was some very long segments and a couple of the Penta match was essentially a nothing match, which saddens me because Penta's really good. Instead, they gave all that time to Nikki Bella and Asuka, and Asuka should have just squashed that bitch. But some weird stuff.
People were like, I can't see how you guys hate Nikki Bella so much. And because we had to deal with years of her, okay? Years of her being
Not
like...
even just that. There was essentially 2 of her.
Yeah. And neither of them were all that great. And
no.
And to make matters worse, it was a women's division that was mostly crap.
Yep.
There were, like I said, 2 good women wrestlers, and one of them I didn't like because she bored me, which was Natty. So that really just left AJ for me to enjoy.
Poor Natty's never been able to work like she can.
But then,
the GCW stuff and the Lucha stuff is the closest thing she's ever been able to do.
You see her in the AAA stuff,
televised,
and then I'm like, where has this shit been her entire career?
She's been capable of it. Like, dude, it's sad.
But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There have been some other women that come in and have some like Mickie James was actually pretty decent when she was there.
Mickie James was good.
And there were a couple others that like came in and went, and
they're just so far and few between. For every Mickie James, there's 6 Kelly Kellys.
Hey, I will not tolerate Kelly slander.
Kelly was hot, and that was
fine.
The gist of that. That was the gist of that.
That is all you needed in the Divas era. I'm telling you.
You're sadly not wrong. Are you a fitness model? Are you blonde?
No, AJ was really good though.
AJ was the exception and not the rule. But I mean, look at sorry, tangent time. Look at what Mickie James dealt with, where they were calling her like Piggy James and shit, where she was essentially being insulted because she was a little heftier than the very anorexic Michelle McCool.
We had to put up with Lay Cool sharing the the Divas Championship.
The sad thing is
or women's, was it
the Lay part of Lay Cool was actually pretty good. I liked her.
I enjoyed what's her face, Melina.
Melina was okay.
All right.
Z's grasping for straws.
Divas era WWE wrestlers. Trish was there.
Beth Phoenix was good. Beth Phoenix was really good.
Lita was a part of it, so Lita was good.
Lita was not as good as you remember.
And then you have like Stacy Keibler, Tori Wilson, Victoria.
Victoria could work. The problem is she, like the other ones, didn't have anybody to work with.
Eve was involved somewhere in there.
Eve Torres.
Yeah. Molly Holly was okay.
Molly Holly again was another worker who could kind of work that just didn't have anybody to work with.
They had a 80-something-year-old Mae Young. On some other notes, technically, a lot of the standout stars of today were around at the very end of the Divas area. They were just coming over from NXT. Those are your 4 horsewomen.
AJ passing the title. AJ losing to Paige on Paige's debut is the night where Stephanie McMahon created women's wrestling. So
right.
that kind of ends the Divas era.
But yeah, so it was a rough time, folks.
It was rough.
You had
it was rough.
One good women's match out of every 15 to 20. And it was rough.
If that.
Now, it wasn't as bad as the Attitude Era women. Close. Very close.
We had Trish.
She was a constant between the two.
We had Trish. Trish was...
The problem with the Attitude Era is it was even more egregious than the Divas Era was. So, like...
It was a lot of just...
A lot of brawn panties matches, mud wrestling. Now, listen. Teenage me loved it. Don't get me wrong.
Boobs.
In fact, I was watching a new horror movie. I was with Kat, and we were watching The Substance, which just came out last year, and Demi Moore was naked in it.
In a movie from last year?
Yeah.
She's somebody's grandmother. What the hell?
Right. And I looked over at Kat and I said, "See, I missed this about horror movies." About horror movies.
Just a pointless
pointless nudity. Who else was in it? There was another lady that was nude in it too. The Substance is a very weird movie, guys. Very weird. Very.
Yeah, it's got a sci-fi.
Very weird.
Kind of. Rotten Tomatoes is giving it an 89%.
Yeah, a lot of people loved it. Very weird movie though. But Margaret Qualley, she's naked in it as well. They're supposed to play
Margaret Qualley.
They're supposed to play the same person.
Yeah, she plays a younger Demi Moore. Well, Demi Moore's character.
Well, an alternate, not a younger. It's weird.
Well, it's a younger self.
It's yeah, you'd have to watch the movie. It's very weird. It's yeah.
And apparently those breasts were fake.
They were. You could tell. Margaret's weren't. Demi's were.
It says Margaret's were.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Interesting. They actually looked real then. Demi's did not.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure Demi was wearing a bodysuit, is what I was telling Kat.
Yeah, they were prosthetics.
Her butt was pretty long as well, which was weird. Again, it was a good movie. It was just weird.
Yeah, it was full prosthetics.
Yeah, it was just a very, very weird movie. Definitely check it out if you guys like horror, weird horror, strange movie. But yeah, no. We went off on a tangent. Naked people. So that was mostly the Attitude Era. I said, like, one of my most fond memories as a teenager was seeing, was it Kelly that took off her top when she was on top of someone's shoulders? Or no, that was Jackie that did that. That was Jacqueline. It was the mud wrestling match that I don't
remember.
I think it was the mud wrestling match. It was Kelly had just lost the mud wrestling match, and she just ripped off her top. Mae Young did it once.
Oh, God.
I had never seen Sergeant Slaughter move so quick to cover something in my life. It was a wild time. It was.
TV is so different now.
Well, WWE is.
Just TV in general.
Oh, it was a wild time, man. We got to see some shit. And some shit. All the sexual innuendos between DX and whoever they were talking with.
Yep.
The amount of times APA beat somebody's ass in a bar. Whether it was a fake bar or a real one, it didn't matter. It was a fun time. Anyways,
It was.
anyways, that's gonna do it. That's Raw. I don't have anything else. Like I haven't been keeping up with news this weekend. It's been busy. I had a
Dude,
busy weekend.
yeah, it's been kind of crazy. There's really nothing going on. Just counter programming by WWE, and then half of AEW's roster is hurt. So
Yeah.
not a whole lot going on.
Oh yeah. All right, guys. With that being said, we love y'all. We'll talk to you next time. Deuces.
Later.